To the demo of Sparkflows on HPE Ezmeral platform. So Sparkflows is a self-serve data analytics platform that allows you to create models, machine learning models, and also ETL jobs. And all these workflows are wrapped into projects. And then you can also look at the different executions of the workflows that you have scheduled or you have executed at the same time. And we also have a bunch of processors which are nothing but kind of connectors to different open source distributed stores and Spark engine. So what we have done is we have integrated our platform to connect with the S3 compatible object storage provided by HPE Object Store. And apart from that, we have also added support for the file system, the distributed file system that allows us to store different intermediate data or jars that are typically used while we are executing distributed Spark jobs. So added support for Libby connection, which connects with the Spark running on the Kubernetes platform inside the HPE Ezmeral platform. So you can go to the administration sections, click on global connections, and here we have the Libby connections. So you can see that it is connecting to the Libby service which is running on the Ezmeral platform. The project section, and we would be looking at one of the project which is called as CPG churn prediction. So this particular project has a bunch of workflows, and these workflows combined together will help us to identify which are the customers who are going to negatively impact the business based on the transactions history. Step, we are going to do some data preparation and just look at the transactional data. So this is the transactional data, and we can just do a double click and you can look at the configuration, and you can see that this particular data is coming from the S3 compatible object store of HPE. So in this case, we are doing a bunch of joins and doing some kind of date difference and column renaming operations. And in the next step, we are doing exploratory data analysis. And even in this case, we are doing some kind of operations which are important for exploring the data. So you can see that we are doing a typecast, and then we are doing a group by, and we are also using some kind of split explorations, and we are also doing correlations, and then we are also plotting into the graph that is going to be used later on for plotting the different kind of graphs, bar graph or chart graph. So the third step is the one where we are actually training a specific model which is called as random forest classifier model. So we are using Spark ML behind the scene, Sparkler model saving, and at the end we are saving the Spark ML model. We are going to use the model that we had created in the previous step for predicting for the new set of transactions. So here we have again configured the transactional data, as you can see, and we are also using the load model node for loading the Spark ML model, which is internally going to be used for predicting the churn. Flows that are required to predict the churn. We also have something called as applications. So this is an analytical application that allows us to run interactively different kind of operations. Like if you want to do EDA, we can always have such kind of options, and we can run it, and internally this is going to run a Libby job in the background and give us all the charts and different kind of bar graph, line graph, to help us understand what is the percentage of change that would be happening based on these parameters. Analytical app. Let's jump onto the reports. So Sparkflows also allows us to create reports. So over here we have plotted different kind of matrix and pie chart and line graph chart for understanding what is the behavior of the customers based on the workflows that we have just executed. So you can see that here we are seeing the distribution of churn customers over a period of 1 year, and then we also have the transaction count for different non-churn customers so that we can understand some kind of behavior out of it. So Sparkflows in all helps us to create a bunch of reports that allows us to do all the executions and analysis in one single place.